Hello, witchery tubers, and it's not a very good intro. Hello, witchified. I don't know. Just hi, tubers. Anyway, we're supposed to talk to this Cecil guy about a couple things, so let's talk to Cecil about a couple things.
Cecil, do you know anyone who fought in the war 3 years ago?
I did.
Did you fight here at Vergen?
Course.
Philippa claims you know a bit about the battle.
That old cook insult. Called king by some. Thought the Adernians were bumpkins who'd shit bricks as soon as his troops crossed the river.
Why did he attack Edirn?
According to Henselt, Upper Edirn is the ancient legacy of the Kedwenny crown and must be returned to the mother country. Brazen farter.
That brazen farter had a point. If you read some history, you'll know that 300 years ago this land belonged to Kedwen.
Load of crap. 700 years ago, the elves reigned here. And 1,000,000 years ago, these lands were the domain of the worms. If things worked that way, every king could invade a neighboring land and claim his right to do so because an ancestor took a dump there.
All right. Hensel wanted to conquer Upper Edirn. What then?
He rolled in, got hammered, and rolled out.
Cecil, that doesn't help me much.
It wasn't a battle. It was a slaughter. If I try speaking of it, I'll see it all again. I don't want...
The ghosts of the fallen fight in the mist. They turn into horrible creatures called Draugrs. Edirnians, Kedwenny, men, elves, and dwarves too.
Bloody hell. No peace even after death.
Apparently not this time.
Them, but I need to know more about the battle.
Very well. Listen. A beautiful day that grew hot later. Very hot. When Van de Grift attacked in the afternoon, he sent a dun banner at the fore. Many of our lads shit themselves at the mere sight of their standard, but we had a surprise of our own. Under the cover of night, we prepared fire pits. Our archers lit them up at the right moment. I still can't believe we managed to fool their scouts. If it wasn't for that ambush, we wouldn't be speaking today. They likely wouldn't be in Upper Edirn at all. We decimated the dun banner, but that was only the beginning. Seltkirk was our commander. Everywhere he appeared, the Kedwennies gave ground. He wreaked havoc among them. Hearts rose at the mere sight of his armor. Then Van de Grift himself entered the fray. Seltkirk met him in the middle of the field. In the end, Van de Grift killed Seltkirk. A terrible death that sent the Adernian ranks into disarray.
Wonder if that's the key
I thought
point.
It was the end of us. Then the sky fell, as if the stars themselves had decided to avenge the death of a great knight. Fire covered the battlefield. Nobody sought the enemy. They were all looking for somewhere to flee. Yes, there were no more friends and enemies. Only the living and the dead. They say it was the doing of a Kedwenny sorceress who wanted revenge on Van de Grift. Could be true, as Henselt had her executed right after the battle.
So we've seen some armor and some banners that seem important, obviously. And it does seem like perhaps that duel might be that important point that we were looking for later, that we need to interrupt.
Remember anything from before the battle?
As if it was yesterday. Henselt's troops crossed the Pontard the third day after the autumn equinox. Edirn had good spies, so we were ready for them, and Seltkirk lined up our troops along the hills. Our hearts rose at the sight of the banners of Vengerberg, Aldersberg, and Gullet fluttering in the wind. Knights and armoured infantry side by side in our ranks. Even the peasants had their regiments. The dwarves were on the left flank. Over 5,000 strong we were. Nobody caring about race or background, like never before. Only King Demovind was missing, but he must have had more important business than defending his country.
You saw the Kedwennies cross the river?
From afar. I saw Van de Grift leading 4,000 heavily armed men. Many a heart sank when we saw the elite bearheads or the armoured banners from Ardcarrig. The dun banner was in the middle, veterans of Brenna. As soon as he set foot on Adernian land, Van de Grift climbed the hill and surveyed the area, as if it was his fief. Son of a bitch was as sure of himself as ever. Upon spying him, I remember the dwarves all dropped their trousers and showed him their asses. Then Seltkirk stepped out in front of us. His white armour shone in the sun. We were afraid a Kedwenny arbalist would shoot him, but They too stood as if frozen, and Selkirk just looked at them and bowed ever so slightly.
Did you see the duel between Selkirk and Vandergrift?
I stood half a furlong from them. Never seen a fight like it.
Yeah,
Probably
you
never will again.
that's the plan.
They'd already met once at a jousting tournament in Ardcarrig. Selkirk won there. He beat on the visitor so hard he broke his sword. Selkirk was a true knight, the last of his breed. Vandergrift was so pissed off after that tournament he hanged the smith who made his sword and ordered a special one from a sorcerer. I bet he cut down Selkirk with that new sword.
Vandergrift is dead. What happened to his sword?
Saskia's got it. Good thing too. Only her hand can tame the hatred.
Artifacts everywhere,
sword.
awesome.
After the battle, when the flames abated, the scavengers came. They stole everything. Imagine, not a single keepsake of Selkirk in the whole of Edirn. His brother babbles something about a gauntlet, but he's a lying dog.
Well, it sounds like we're supposed to find probably the armor and the banner. So we've probably already got, or that is to say, Philippa already has the sword and maybe something else.
You captured the Dunbanner standard?
Henselt's choice troops, and not a one survived. The visitors sent them to their deaths. Refused to give them reinforcements. He was a monster in human form. The men of the Dun were real swaggerers. Killed a lot of our lads, but for every Dunner, there were 7 Adarnians. They had no chance. Aye, we captured their standard. We buried what was left of them in the crypts beyond Vergen. Their standard lies with them. Worthy foes are to be respected, even in death.
I'm going to need that standard.
Alright, that was a good
Thanks,
start.
Cecil, that was helpful. I think I know what I need to lift the curse now.
Madame Eilhart claims you need 4 symbols. The standard symbolizes death. Vandergrift's sword stands for hatred. What about the other 2?
I have a feeling Philippa has a handle on the rest.
Here's hoping you're right.
Doesn't sound that difficult. Okay. We do need the Dunbanner standard. Okay, what else we're gonna do while we're in town here? We need to ask about Triss. We can't stop looking for Triss. We get sidetracked too easily and then we end up doing other stuff. We're still on the hunt for this girl.
The place is busy like never before. With sorceresses.
My little direction tabs are not very effective these days. I know I'm supposed to talk to someone in the tavern, but like...
Don't try anything.
Maybe that's where the little flag is. It actually is in the tavern, technically. Yeah, it feels like it probably lines up here. Still gotta find those 2 guys for arm wrestling.
Let me tell you about the woman who fell from the sky.
Ah, you've told that story 1,000.
I heard you saw something interesting.
As clearly as I see you. Amazing. I look into the sky. But wait, you must buy a fellow a drink for such a story.
Well, you shut it already. We could all recite this bullshit now.
I'm a client and I'll say what I want. Pour me some Mahakaman mead and no cheating. This noble wayfarer will pay.
Oh, fine. How much money does it cost? I'll give you $5.
I'm a little short right now.
Let me tell you.
or what?
I heard...
Yes, but wait.
Well,
I'm
Not a pig, but a beautiful woman. And not in a poke. In the sky. You won't regret it.
Innkeeper, you said you could recite the story. Tell me.
if you pay for 2 bottles of mead, this drunkard guzzled.
The innkeeper's too dumb to tell such a beautiful story.
You guys are trying to con me out, aren't you?
I'm a little short right now.
If you
Let
just
me
told
tell
me
you
how much it would cost.
I heard.
Yes, but
Well,
I'm a
So dumb.
I'll pay. But if you bore me, I'll shove this meat up your ass.
There's such a fine liquor. And my ass has no taste. And you won't regret it.
Speak.
Last week I was passing by the gullies. I like to take a hike from time to time.
Get to the point.
Hush. So I'm walking and suddenly there's a flash. A crack. I'm thinking, a storm's coming. But nary a cloud in the sky.
you hit the ground with your arse so hard you saw a flash. You were that drunk.
Then I saw people lying in a gully as if they'd fallen from the sky. A man and a woman. The woman was so beautiful, I wished she'd fallen down on me.
What did the woman look like?
A redhead, wearing a vest and high shoes, with pert tits and a round arse. Just waiting to be grabbed and...
Sounds just like your old lady.
Shut your mouth!
Very descriptive.
What happened then?
Well, the woman was hurting, couldn't get up. The man clearly disliked her, because he didn't help her. He just stood there, menacing and talking, and then he left. And the redhead stayed.
It does kind of sound like the two we're looking
Didn't
for.
even try to help her, you sod.
I was about to do exactly that when a troll came out of the gully. Ugly as shit after blueberries.
Did it attack her?
Not at all. I hid and saw everything. First he sniffed her, so I thought he'd eat her. But he didn't. He threw her over his shoulder like a sack and returned to the gullies.
Is that all?
Yes. Didn't waste your money, as you'll agree.
You hugged a bear or what?
Okay, we got a bit of a trail to follow there. There's probably more people to talk to about this.
Hey-ho,
Hey, arm wrestle
Hey,
quest.
Scalen. Wanna arm wrestle?
I really like to wrestle, but
The mine's safe again. Any plans to do something with it?
Course. Soon as the battle's done, we'll resume digging. Shame to let those
Yeah, there's
rich
always
deposits
trolls.
go to waste. My uncle says they'll put Vergen right back on his feet. Zoltan's talking about a shared enterprise or some such. He's to manage operations with my uncle as general overseer. We just got to save the town first.
Is that all?
I'm looking for places near Vergen where magic would be strong. Somewhere a sorcerer might have stayed.
Let me think. Verfrin, a summoner of elementals, once lived in the wood beyond Vergen. They say his creatures excavated the entire southern wall. You could also search the nearby ruins and abandoned crypts. If boulders with arms and legs aren't magic, then I don't know what is.
Look, another one. You let one human in and
Hey, Scalen.
I really...
I don't know why he's not wrestling with us.
ants.
I guess he's further along on the arm wrestling quest.
I heard human women need only 6 strength.
Oh, everyone's back now. Hey, success. Dandelion's passed out.
How are you, Sheldon?
Better than at Brenna, though we've quite a rumble ahead of us. But I promise you this, we'll kick Henselt's arse and send him scurrying back to Kedwin.
Zoltan says your company are true arm wrestling masters.
Unbeatable, last I recall.
Is that so? Care to check if that's still true?
Sounds good. Ready to take me on?
Anytime.
Give me your best shot.
See if this guy can put up a good fight.
Peasants now refuse to shovel manure. They dream of fighting and looting.
Let them dream.
I don't think he's got even a hope.
The situation's drained. They want frequent quality.
No pig.
You one strong son of a bitch!
Thanks.
You should take on Scalen. He beat me and Yarpin, and now beats his chest over it.
I thought you said you were unbeatable.
You'd be in your debt if you thrashed him.
Jealous bunch, aren't you?
Who's this, my failing eyes?
My favorite dwarf.
Geralt of Rivia visiting old Yarpen Zigrin.
Did you fight it, Brenna?
Oh, fuck. I knows you've got amnesia, but you could have remembered that. Ah, it was a beautiful day. On one side, 46,000 black ones. On the other, us, the Nordlings together. The Redanians led by De Ruyter on the left, the Temerian regiments in the middle, and us on the right. The Mahakam Volunteer Army. All dwarves. Even the likes of Cohor must have shit his britches at the sight of us.
He hardly lacked courage, as I heard it.
All right, brave bastard, that's true. Prefer to die than run like a rat. I don't believe I've ever seen a bigger melee. Except maybe 3 years ago here at Vergen. Would have managed that day too, even without the magic. That burning shit that fell from the sky. Why, even the Dun Banner knelt before us when we brought our battle axes down.
Some say
I
not
believe
one
you.
of the Dun Banner survived. Any truth to that?
Biggerhorn nabbed the survivors as they fled south. But most men of the Banner lie in the Catacombs, along with our standard. The Dun Banner. What the hell kind of name is that for a unit anyway? It's as if they couldn't get their fucking flag clean.
Maybe some information about our supposed death?
Were you in Rivia when I got caught on that pitchfork?
Was I? Fuck, Wolf, I saw you die. I didn't see the little bastard who took you for a haystack. But I swear it looked like you weren't going to make it. So I'm well glad you managed to lick your wounds.
I don't know if it taught me anything.
Come on, it had to. Not many have survived their own death.
You haven't noticed that I'm pissing up wind again, fighting for a cause that isn't mine.
No, I haven't. A free Upper Aedirn is in the interests of any decent fellow.
You always seem to get drawn into battles like
I've
that.
been trying to figure out what Philippa Eilhart's doing in all this mess.
Same thing as always. Conspiring until she gets her pubes in a knot.
I know you hate sorceresses, but try to put your animosity aside.
We hate them, that's a fact. But why do you think that is? It's not because of their secret knowledge or their nice tits. Their hearts are full of dung, Geralt. Mark my words.
Not all of them.
No, maybe not all of them. Eilhart's the worst. Need I remind you how she peddled her arse to Dijkstra just to learn the plans of the Redanian intelligence service? Everyone in Vergen knows she's not into cock. I tell you this, it's her ilk that caused the ruckus on Thanad Island. Think she's any different here? I'm crap at talking, girl. You do all right.
You're the best talker.
Appreciate. As soon as Saskia's better, slip a word in her ear to watch out for Philippa.
He's pretty good at talking, right, guys?
Getting anywhere with the new recruits?
Like whores in a brothel, they're plowing away at full speed. Saskia's army's full of men better at holding their pricks than a weapon. The Zoltan and I are helping them catch up. Most importantly, they don't lack spirit.
They won't defeat Henselt's regulars with zeal alone.
We'll show you what an army facing either victory or death is capable of. But we've no other choice, Geralt.
Alright, you put up a good talk.
Zoltan claims you can arm wrestle like no one else.
He's right. Did he tell you I beat him?
Omitted that bit somehow.
Oh, fart.
Want to wrestle me?
I'm ready for your challenge always. So?
Always.
Show me what you got.
I'm undefeated in arm wrestling.
Easy. He travels the lands, killing monsters from Quake.
Where's he got those glistening eyes?
Sorcerers mutated.
I'm afraid you don't have much of a chance here, buddy.
This world has to be.
Nice try, though.
Listen,
None can defeat Chuck
Galen
Butcher.
Burton beat all our old company, and it gets bragging about it right and left. Someone needs to knock him down a peg. Make it worth your while.
I'll see what I can do.
So where's this kid? Alright,
Hey, Scalen.
no one left
Arm
but
wrestle?
you.
I really like to wrestle, but
Show me what you're made of.
all right. Want to take me on?
Show me what you're made of.
Seriously, show me what you're made of. So this is that young dwarf. I don't know what's so special about him.
Got to hand it to the hags. Shatter. Brave and effective.
Looks like he's not particularly strong to me. Same as all the other dwarves.
I believe I'd split a rock with my dick sooner than I'd beat you at arm wrestling.
I guess that makes me the new champion of Vergen.
No shame in losing to the White Wolf.
That's the
Though
spirit.
there's one who could still be a match for you.
Who?
The mighty Numa. I wrestled him in Kovir. Couldn't move my arm for the next week. They say he don't play fair. But that's just losers talking. You ever wrestle him? Give him my regards.
The poor rock, yeah. Alright, I think that's it for Vergen, for arm wrestling. Give me that money. I did pretty much...
Consider Scalen humbled.
Always told the old fart he was shite. You're a good sort, Geralt.
I thought he was a young
Use a
fart.
runestone from the company to improve your weapons with.
I appreciate the loot.
I taught Scalen a lesson.
Did you beat him?
Heard his joints crack.
Probably already has a compress of firm young tits on his arm. In any case, I'm grateful and want you to have this rune stone.
You guys give me all the rune stones. That's awesome. I thought Zoltan was going to be happy that we beat his buddies, but he doesn't seem to care. And Dandelion's sleeping it off. Alright, nothing new here. Okay, we might be done messing around in taverns for a while. Let's see. Go to the Catacombs in the forest for the Dun Banner. Wait for the Hatred Sword to be dealt with. It's lethal. Get murdered by the guy that we punched in the face. We do want to go here, I think, next. We'll do the Harpy contract once we start heading outside. We still need to find that source of power and Triss for the Rose of Remembrance. Okay. The ravines for Triss is outside. Alright, we got like one thing left probably to do inside the old town.
Lots going on around here.
Aye. Virgin Dragon Slayer. Squirrels dazzled with her. Politicking peasants, witches and a witch.
Yeah, the elves love Saskia.
Gawking.
Hope things get back to normal soon.
Had you met him before, you'd be dead. He only recently stopped murdering humans. He regrets that.
He only recently stopped murdering humans? They're probably talking about Yorvith.
Maybe thinks he's made a mistake.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time a woman proved a man's
Damn! What's with
I'm just checking for more information on that sources of power, magical sources of powers. Not even killed a single dragon? Yeah, well, some say she has.
Look, another one.
The place is
You let one
busy like
human in
never
and in no
before.
time, you've got a sword.
Hee-ho, hee-ho, hee-ho.
The popular rumor is that Saskia has in fact killed a dragon. I don't know if I believe it.
Witcher.
Elf. Is there anyone else to talk to about this? Yeah, I want to make sure... I'm supposed to talk to the... Oh, I might not talk to the innkeeper. I talked to the innkeeper about the Triss song, sort of. Hold on. I was told to talk to the innkeeper about the sources of magic. And I think I forgot to do that.
How can I help you?
He doesn't seem to want to really talk about it.
See you again.
Is there... maybe up here that I'm missing? Somewhere up here? I hate it when the little marker on the mini-map doesn't actually line up to anyone to talk to. Like, again, seems to be this would be the spot, but Let's wait till morning, maybe. Oh well, it's no big deal. It's just... It's that multiple layers on the same map, and it's really hard to tell where you're supposed to go to find people.
Bite his balls!
Bite his balls.
You see, he travels the lands.
Damn!
Morning.
What's with everyone being so nice today?
Alright, well...
How can I...
I don't think this will help us, so let's just continue on. Alright, let's have a look at the catacombs. If I can't find any more people to talk to, we'll just go to the catacombs.
What's the rush?
No rush, just looking for people to talk to. Yeah. The little markers there don't seem to be working. Oh well. Okay, let's go to the, Hunting Magic, Innkeeper, Scotland. We did talk to Scotland. That's like Cecil's house, I think? We definitely talked to Cecil, right? So now let's switch up and go for this one. Where are the catacombs? The catacombs are up here. Okay, so I found the catacombs once before, but I didn't go into them because I wasn't on the quest. I wasn't ready. I don't know. I should double check the map. Probably should go this way, and then up there. Chuck Witcher intro video. I am a little surprised at just how heavily into this Chuck Witcher stuff some of you guys are getting. Would never have predicted that one when we started out The Witcher 2. I believe this is also the Elf District.
Nice ponytail.
Thanks, buddy. Here we go. I mean, if he ends up like the Helix fossil, then we're gonna need to get worried. Is this not supposed to be outside, right? I'm pretty sure this is the catacombs. I didn't mean to go to the actual outdoor area where we can... open world kind of area. What the heck is this?
Ah, you've finally given in. Started killing humans. Eh, Witcher?
What?
Started that a while ago, actually. Just wasn't something society was willing to acknowledge.
Folter's death. Society acknowledged that. You know there's a price on your head.
Yeah, I know. Too low for the risks involved, though.
It's a bundle to us, Witcher. We have to pay for everything. Weapons, food, information.
Jorvik send you?
Jorvik will never learn of this.
You guys are pretty brave. I'm not sure why the Scoia'tael are attacking me.
Careful! He's killed some tough fighters!
Look, you're already all dead. You gonna do your big attack? Okay, I lost my Quinn there.
Courage! Picture the reward!
Picture the reward. It's totally worth it. Well, he's real dead now. That's what you guys get. You should know not to mess with Chuck Witcher. I even told them that it wasn't worth the risk for that reward. So I don't know why the Scoia'tael would decide to try to arrest me. It's not like they could hand that in to anybody. Could they? They are terrorists themselves. If they tried to take me to Temeria, they would just be arrested as well. I'm pretty sure. Well, Schminchkin, sometimes the Chuckness just comes out. So many herbs. It's a friendly looking place. Nice little waterfall. I don't think we can go through that one, though. That waterfall door is broken. Was that a path? Nah. Should be able to walk up that, but no. Lots and lots of herbs. I know I haven't done a whole lot of potion brewing lately, but I'm ready for it. Next time. A bit of a mazy up here. Oh, you want to fight me? Yeah, you didn't really want to fight me. That's a nice little bond. Seriously, just one necker? Oh, here's harpies. Oh, I haven't actually read the harpy lore because I wasn't planning on going after them specifically. So, we'll just kill a few while we're here, but we'll have a look at the harpy nests, the harpy traps to get rid of the harpy nests later. It's a nice looking place. Outskirts of Vergen, I guess we're in. I'm not even really sure where I'm going right now. I'm just kind of wandering. Super jump! Silly harpies. I'm not even using Quen, and I'm not even getting hit. Has my sword fighting improved to the point where I don't need Quen all the time? I almost don't believe it. Quen it is. At least they're better than rot fiends. They don't all explode. Alright, well, harpies aren't that big a deal, I guess. Harpy saliva, harpy eyes, all kinds of weird stuff that they've collected. Dead humans. I also haven't solved... I need to solve that one with the, all the young men getting killed. I guess we'll have a look at this little house over here. Or we'll kill some more harpies. That's a celestial harpy? It's not that. It's pretty dead. Chuck Witcher killed Herobrine. Very nice. I thought Chuck Witcher built the entire Minecraft universe. Oh. I did find... Wow! We're solving quests that I wasn't even really planning on solving right now. Magical crystals. I wonder if they would have eventually told us to go here for the magic thing. Because nothing really led me here. I just found this one randomly looking around. Oh well. Alright, well, seeing as we're here, and I'm actually fighting harpies, a lot of them, there are many harpy species, and they are all kleptomaniacs. Though some steal dreams instead of baubles, they especially like dreams laden with strong... Did I read this already? I might have read this. You know, maybe we did read this one already. Yeah, I did. Okay, we're good. I thought I might have skipped it, but... You know, I should have made some harpy traps before we left town. Because I think you need to be at the blacksmith to do those. I wasn't, I wasn't planning on fighting the harpies on my first trip out of town this time. But that sure looks like a harpy nest to me. Okay, where the heck am I trying to go? I'm trying to go, like, up that way. That one. Kind of further north. Not too familiar with this forest just yet. Okay, I'm pretty sure this just brings us back to a branch. Yeah. Last time we came through, I went that way instead. Circle of Vigor. This must be what I'm looking for. Circle of... We've got so much circles. Circle of everything. Alright, so the Dwarven Catacombs, this is where I was trying to get to. Wouldn't be surprised if we find some more rot fiends down in this kind of area. Wait a second. Take that, wall. Wasn't it in the first Witcher you had to upgrade your art to knock those kind of things down?
How many more can there be?
Oh, there's two again. I feel like the parry riposte works best when you're just fighting one-on-one. Whew. That was a little bit scary. Corpse smuggling. Oh good, more wraiths. So I think what I did is I came here to find the burn... Like, this is the quest to solve the men that are being murdered. And we wanted to see the corpses that were buried here. And we were told that this would upset some people, so we obviously chose to do this first.
This corpse is decomposed almost completely. This corpse is decomposed almost completely.
Surely one of these can tell us something.
This corpse is decomposed almost completely.
Or give us some cool weapons. Ah, it's not that cool.
Take that. This corpse is decomposed almost completely.
These corpses are not looking that amazing.
This corpse is decomposed almost completely.
I mean, we found Fate at least, that's something, but I'm not recovering those up. The spirits are just going to have to deal with it. You know, this whole place... You know, we learned earlier today, for those of you that watched the Long War session, that we hate walls. So I feel no guilt in destroying every wall we see. That should be the theme of today's stream, actually. Walls must go. I'm kind of interested in if Igni does anything significant to these. Maybe if I upgraded it, it would, but it feels like that's not really accomplishing a whole lot of good. If you hate walls, play Daggerfall. You mean, if you hate random dungeons that are sometimes impossible to complete? Is that what you mean?
Wonder how many more will turn up.
All of them. Those repulse work pretty awesome when you hit. You know, wraiths probably don't like torches.
This corpse is decomposed almost completely.
If you hate daggers, play most games that don't have daggers. You know, they're kind of making this seem like you get a punishment of having to fight lots of wraiths for examining all of these. But the joke is on them. I'm getting experience and Essence of Death, which is actually a fairly rare alchemical ingredient.
This corpse is decomposed
Also, Wild Hunt investigation notes. That sounds pretty valuable. That sounds pretty important, right? Yeah, these Essence of Death, that's really good stuff. I spent all my life researching the Wild Hunt, and without false modesty, I can say I read everything that exists on the subject. Furthermore, I saw the Wraith gallopade with my own eyes 3 times. I managed to perform quick measurements on the second and third sighting, and I acutely examined the observational material in detail. Based on my knowledge and experience, I came to a crushing conclusion. I'm certain that there is a terrifying alien force behind the hunt. XCOM, unite! We're going to link this up to all the other games. A mind completely mad, yet still a mind, not pure chaos. I firmly note that the Wraith Raiders are someone's, or something's, emissaries, and their deeds are governed by a plan. Awesome. Okay, before we go that way, which looks like perhaps the way forward, let's make sure... I think I didn't go across any of these bridges. Well, there's really only one. I didn't go across this bridge. Bring it on. You think you tricked me?
Guess they'll never learn.
How did I not even hit that guy? These guys get more invulnerability frames than we do. I guess they are wraiths, so they can kind of phase out of existence or something. If only you had an amulet that you see in the past. That'd be pretty cool.
This corpse is decomposed almost completely.
Ah! Trying to fight without always using Quen. Quen is just so good, though. Rotten meat.
This corpse is decomposed almost completely.
So, like, we're taking meat off of the bodies we're finding now. That's pretty classy. Oops, that was the wrong button. They're pretty difficult to hit, gotta admit. The riposte seems to be the far best way to deal with them. All beyond, sorry. I can't read every single chat. Sometimes I get sidetracked by, like, the actual game I'm playing and I miss out on bits of chat. You have to forgive me. Hey, I think we finally found maybe the right quest? The right corpse?
This
Maybe?
corpse is
Nope.
decomposed almost completely.
Maybe this one? I think that might be the right one. Okay, Wraith. Enough of you. Nope. What about this? This is just a pile of wreckage. What about this wall? You think we can blow this one up? Oh yeah. We hate all walls.
Who are you, and what do you seek?
Geralt of Rivia. I seek the standard of the Dun Banner. Who are you?
Eckhart Hennessy, ensign and color-bearer of the Dun Banner, the best force to issue from the land of Kedwen.
Did I? That sounds like a lie. I have no idea. I forget. My lore has failed me. I don't want to lie to this guy. He's probably going to test us if I say this, and I don't remember the stories very well.
You may not remember me, but I remember you.
Where from?
I served in the Dun Banner.
Liar.
I fought beneath its standard at Brenna and at Vergen.
The Battle of Brenna. The Nordlings, shoulder to shoulder against the Black Ones. The Redanians, led by De Ruyter on the right, Natalis leading Temeria on the left. A splendid sight, was it not?
See, this is the trouble. I should have saved it, guys! I'm pretty sure he got it wrong, but I don't know exactly what part is wrong.
You're mistaken. The Redanian regiments were on the left. The Temerians took the center.
Correct. Perhaps you speak the truth.
Try me again.
Tell me, for this you must know. Who was chief commander of the Nilfgaardians at Brenna?
I don't recognize these names. Can I just skip it and come back? Marcus Bribant, Ellen Tra. I don't recognize any of these.
It's nice to chat and all, but I think we'll finish this another time.
Oh, isn't that convenient? Okay, so we have to deceive the Wraith. So, can I actually, like, look this stuff up? Yeah, where's Fellow when we need him, hey? Let's see. Lore time. I went to the wrong place. So, like... characters... We're trying to learn about Brenna. He would not be a main character. The Mighty Numa? Okay, that's in the next place. So many names! Look at all of these names! You know why I'm having a hard time. We're probably basically gonna have to guess. Fine, we'll just guess. It's faster to just save it and guess.
I see.
Yes.
Tell me, for
I have no idea, but we'll go with Menno Cohorn.
Menno Cohorn.
I am beginning to believe you. Menno Cohorn, the repulsive head hound of the Nilfgaardian pack, but a great commander. He will again let the Nordlings blood. Would you agree?
I don't know. We'll speak
It's
again
nice
after I save and try another guess.
Yes.
Oh, Dave is gonna solve this for me. I mean, he's probably dead, right? If he was at the Battle of Brenna, that's a long time ago.
Your memory has suffered after death. Cohorn perished at Brenna.
That's probably what I would have
Vigilant.
guessed.
I could not deceive you.
Because I am of the Dun Banner.
Perhaps you did fight at Brenna. It was so long ago I may have forgotten you. But Vergen is another matter.
I can't answer for the state of your memory.
You are right. Memory often fails us after death.
Okay, I might know more about
I
Vergen.
cringe to admit I've forgotten who commanded the armies during the Battle of Vergen. Perhaps the most important day of my life. And the last. Be so good as to remind me.
Okay. It's probably Vandergrift and Selkirk. Demavend wasn't even there. Although it was Henselt's army on one side. I don't even know if Deathmold was there. Deathmold's like Henselt's new sorcerer. And so it can't be Demavend.
Selkirk led Eddern.
I don't have to guess on that one.
Us.
Well done. Not all know that. Some believe that the kings commanded the armies during the battle, or that their mages did.
Do you believe me yet?
Not yet, but I shall when you tell me how you survived the massacre at
Uh-oh.
Bergen.
Ah, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. How can we convince him? Okay, let's save it. I'm gonna go with the top one.
I see.
Yes.
Well,
Do you believe?
not yet.
Most of the Dun died. The survivors withdrew south. The fires blocked our way back to our lines and we fell into Biggerhorn's trap.
I know, the cowardly bastard. You have proven that you served in the Dun banner.
May I take the standard?
Why do you desire it so?
It will help me lift a curse.
Curses are of no import to me.
This one should be. It has stopped King Henselt's army from advancing.
The unicorn has returned.
He
The
stands
unicorn.
at Vergen's gates. With your help, he'll avenge the Dun banner.
The standard lies in the sarcophagus. Take it. You will also find the sword of Colonel Gondor. Now, it is yours.
Thank you.
Where have you left your mount?
There are no horses here.
True. I would gladly drink with a brother from Brenna, but I am an unfettered soul. Strong drink means nothing, tastes of nothing. Perhaps I miss that most in death.
Poor guy.
Guard the standard. I grasped it firmly even as they cut me down.
Awesome. Cool. I bet you I could have guessed all of those pretty correctly. I was doing pretty good. It's pretty good. Knockdown chance, less damage on blocking, but it doesn't do as much damage as my Poison Zarakanian Sabera. Unfortunately. I'm still going to uncover all these corpses.
This corpse is decomposed almost completely.
You never know when you're going to find something good. Or just some wraiths to kill.
Take that. This corpse is decomposed almost completely.
So what do you guys think? When I get to Witcher 3, what difficulty do you think I'm going to need to play it on? Because this is normal with the combat rebalance mod. And it feels like it's a little bit too easy.
This corpse is
Other than the Karen fight.
completely.
That was crap.
This corpse is decomposed almost completely.
Tell you what, I'm going to upgrade it to hard after this Wraith. Second hardest or hardest. That's pretty brave words there. But I am going to change right now to hard. Apparently you can't switch it to dark mode or impossible once you've already started. So we'll go with hard. I can always turn it back if I get really frustrated. Okay, so we need to go that way still, but let's have a walk up here first. This might be the way to get there, as it turns out. Convenient. Very convenient. Wall be gone. Ah, it links up. We could have gone either way. Okay, let's be a little bit careful now. I don't know how much harder hard will be just yet. He took about half as much damage, approximately. Now, Quinn is still awesome, but I feel like he probably took half damage from our hits.
This corpse is decomposed almost completely.
Is this the one we're looking for? So, it should be pretty difficult. Specifically because I'm not using potions, mostly. Yeah. They do a lot of damage. If I was taking potions and oils and stuff, I would be a lot more balanced on what we're fighting.
This corpse is decomposed almost completely.
I think it's a pretty good game. If you like RPGs, it's lots of fun. Okay, here's someone not totally decomposed.
This corpse is fresh. Someone brought it here recently.
This is why we came here specifically. Let me look at the head. Well, there's lots to look at. Let's start with the clothing.
Clothing ripped in many places. Traces of sulfur.
Lots of claw marks.
Interesting. The head's in far better condition than the rest of the body.
So you check the neck for vampire marks, maybe?
Just a few delicate bites on his neck.
Just delicate. Doesn't sound like vampires. What about his eyes?
Dark rings around the eyes, like an anemic.
Lack of blood. Still, you might think vampires at first. Well, we know the arms are all cut up.
Arms are cut up pretty badly, as if he had to defend himself. There's something embedded in the bone. A metal splinter. Interesting.
And there's something in his hands.
He's grasping a few long hairs in his hand.
Just hairs, you know. It'd be nice to, like, take those and have a look at them.
These wounds, they're ripped open. Whatever attacked him was ferocious. Fingernail marks all over his back. At least he had some fun with it. A book. A body sizzled beneath my gentle caress. Sounds like Master Dandelion. He was young, just like the others. All the clues seemed to indicate a succubus. On the other hand, there's a metal fragment in the wound.
Dandelion. Succubus it is. I knew as soon as they said it was only targeting young men.
Guess they'll never learn.
But they made you think it might have been a vampire or something for a little bit.
This corpse is decomposed almost.
I don't expect there's going to be anything else here, but...
This corpse is decomposed almost completely.
Maybe one more wraith or something.
This corpse is decomposed almost completely.
Yeah, they take out my Quen a lot quicker on hard mode. It's good. It's good fun.
This corpse is decomposed almost completely.
Last one.
This corpse is decomposed almost completely.
We took a lot of damage that time. Wow. Alright, well I believe that wraps up our cryptic adventure. Cryptic times. Made some progress on 2 quests. Can't argue about that. 3 if you count the source of power. Well, yeah, that's 3. That one's for the antidote. I guess we should probably wrap the episode up around here. Let's just head back to town, and that'll be that. We'll head over to this area later. Maybe go by the lake. Oh, I should save too, you never know. The game does crash every now and then, although we've been doing pretty good today. Can't jump back up that way. Just want to have a quick look by the lake. Also, apparently I killed some stuff around here. I do think this little pond is quite nice.
Damn monsters.
Okay, hold on. Hold your horses, ladies. Ladies! Contain yourself. Okay. We can still fight on hard mode. We're doing alright. It just makes the battles take a little bit longer. It's probably more fun. We can do it. It's kind of a nice place. Okay, so I guess there's a couple ways around. We took the side of the lake. We can just go straight across the middle. We'll explore the other side another time. We'll go up probably the main entrance towards the... we have to talk to some of the villagers or something outside of the town, I believe. On the outskirts. I suppose we could turn in the quest to Philippa. I don't expect she'll actually do much for us, but we could go tell her about it. We'll go do that quick, but then we'll wrap things up. We need to talk to Dandelion, we need to kill harpies. We did find Dunbanner. I thought Vandergrift's sword was the one Saskia had. I am trying to get to Philippa specifically, anyway. We'll do that, then we'll wrap it up.
Greeting.
It's always nice to go a little bit over time, right? Basically, this is, for those in the stream, this is the last episode for today, so we'll be taking a bit of a break. And I'd like to wrap up with things a little bit more concluded than totally not turned in stuff. I think next time I play, I want to do some potion brewing. I want to finally look at mutagens, and I want to look at mutagens and some potions. And then the next time we're out fighting on hard mode, it won't be, well, we'll be more prepared, basically. But thus far, it's been, for the most part, easy enough that we didn't really need to worry about that kind of stuff. So I haven't really worried about that kind of stuff. But we have like millions, at least hundreds and hundreds of alchemical ingredients right now that we're not really using. Sounds like those dwarves are actually going to join the army now. The ones we were talking to way back.
You wanted to discuss something?
Here, have a crystal.
I found one of the ingredients for Saskia's cure.
Show me. Interesting.
I sort of sidetracked most of that quest.
But still not there. It's as if I'd sent you to get me the sun
Aww.
and you brought me a candle. We need something massive, an item of real power, Geralt. This is a dwarf's dream. Stolen and magically encased in this crystal. It would do if it was stronger.
You know what this means? In addition to normal harpies, there are Solano in the area.
Ooh.
Dream snatchers. The only harpy species to develop something resembling intelligence. They magically bind dreams to mountain crystals. I heard they once inhabited this area. Solano live among regular harpies, but their lair should be full of stolen dreams. One of those would be powerful enough, I'm sure.
You'd have to enter the harpy lair through the quarry. Unfortunately, the gate to the caves is locked and Cecil Burden won't open it.
Oh, he'll listen
I
to
asked
me.
him on another occasion. Stubborn as a mule.
He likes me.
But we must not relent. Saskia clings to life by a thread. Let me show you the desire contained in this particular dream. Don't be hasty to judge.
Uh-oh.
Yes, I can feel it. Whose dream is it?
Cecil Burden's.
In that case, I need to see the alderman. Got a feeling he just might open the gate for me.
A harpy that stole Cecil's dream.
You wanted to just...
Ah, yes, let's talk about the hunt a
There's
little.
proof that the wild hunt is a vast accumulation of the power. Something that would interest mages, you'd think.
Yeah, that might be
To
the
mere
right thing to
mortal,
get.
Anything that is not immediately
Diamond forged in the
comprehensible
sun.
is suspect. The product of a conspiracy. And where there's a conspiracy, well, it's obvious mages must have hatched it.
I'm a mortal, though probably not a mere one. I found the notes of a man who spent his entire life.
Paranormal phenomena interests Cynthia, my intern. Take this up with her.
Alright.
Remember the antidote for Saskia.
Look,
It's
I'm working
very
on it.
important.
I'm working on lots of stuff.
I'm trying to learn something about the wild hunt.
Very interesting phenomenon. Like all mysterious things.
Willing to share what you know?
Well, I would be. Provided you found the notes of Morton Collis first. He devoted almost his entire life to researching the hunt.
As it just so
We could go into
happens.
detail if you had his scribblings.
I found Morton Collis's notes.
So, let's see what you've learned.
Well, there are a few documented facts, but Collis notes the existence of plenty of myths and legends.
Very true. Where shall we start, then?
Lots of no. Okay. Well, this is interesting. I want to finish up with this then. Okay, we'll start with this.
First and foremost, Collis studied the hunt's movement.
Oh, it's well known that the wild hunt moves north to south, never in the opposite direction.
That's what I remember, and Collis's research confirms it. I'm just having trouble understanding why that is.
The retinue's trajectory brings it into our world at the North Pole. Thus, once here, the wraiths can only move south.
Interesting.
Collis claims the hunt's appearance can be predicted by observing the Orcan Nebula.
And eclipses affect how often it appears. In any case, it arrives on the winter solstice, though not necessarily every year.
Collis calculated that the hunt slips into our world in those years when the nebula is in the eastern sky.
Interesting.
When I pursued the hunt, I passed through many abandoned villages.
Well, the wild hunt abducts young people.
What for?
The wraiths might need workers, warriors, or meat.
Collis seems to favor the slave theory.
Well, humans, you know, there's easier things to get more meat off of than humans, as a general rule.
What's the sorceress's take on the hunt?
The topic makes them uneasy. Since the Council and Conclave banned the use of mind spells, the wild hunt has been a taboo topic.
There's some link between mental spells and the cavalcade?
Both addle the brain. Anyone who has come in contact with the wild hunt has experienced mental instability that either takes the form of insanity or amnesia. You see, the race emits a
Amnesia?
magnetic field
Amnesia?
that distorts perception and impedes brain functions.
I don't like that.
People say the hunt's appearance is an omen of war.
In our times, wars are so frequent, we might even consider flights of honking geese as their harbinger. The hunt traverses our world in winter. Wars usually break out in spring, but only because rulers wish their soldiers to die in battle rather than of cold.
Let's summarize.
Based on his observations and calculations of the Wild Hunt's movements, Collis arrived at two equally important conclusions. The first was that the Hunt is made up of knights who perished in various worlds and have reconvened as a retinue of vengeance.
Possible.
His second hypothesis states that an unknown, extremely powerful force multiplies wraiths, whose task is to travel between worlds in search of slaves.
Maybe.
Both theories seem probable.
Each time someone runs into the Hunt, the Wraith's magnetic field causes their mind to descend into chaos. By inference, another meeting with the Hunt and its field should reverse the effects of the first.
Perhaps. Someone who lost their memory or their mind on their first meeting with the Hunt could recover either on the second meeting. But I'm afraid that's unproved. Anyone who has managed to escape the Wraiths would rather die than meet them again.
Not exactly
you can
anyone.
lose or recover your memory by meeting the Wild Hunt.
Do you know something I don't?
I have amnesia, but my memory's been coming back since a certain event.
Since when?
Since I killed a specter, the king of the Wild Hunt.
Yeah, that was the end of The Witcher 1. That was good, though. That was way more information than I got in Roach's Path. So, good to know, good to know. Okay, we're going to wrap up this episode here. Next time, we'll go talk to Dandelion, and we'll finish up whatever inside the town little chats. And we'll head outwards to go deal with harpies and succubi and maybe find Triss. You never know. Anyway, thanks for watching YouTube. See you guys next time.